Sarvvedanta Siddhanta Gocharam Tamagocharam Govindam Paramanandam Sadgurum Pranatosmyam. So now we shall begin with the statement. Student, now the teacher has finished his statements. Now the disciple, now the student asks. Okay, read. Shishya Vacha. Krupaya Sruyatam Swamin Prasnoyam Kriyate Maya Yaduttaram Aham Srutva Utartasyam Bhavan Mukhat O Nama Bandha Kathame Sagata Katham Pratisthasya Katham Vimoksha Osavanatma Paramaka Atma Tayor Viveka Kathame Taduchyata O Nama Bandha Kathame Sa Agata Katham Pratisthasya Katham Vimoksha Kosavanatma Paramaka Atma Tayor Viveka Kathame Taduchyata. It's very beautiful. The question also we should get by heart. It's amazing. So after this teacher finishes his statements, that is so beautifully finished. No? The teacher says, Ajnana Yogat Paramatmanastava. Hey Paramatman. This is the tradition. See the beautiful. Long before the student knows about it, the teacher knows about the student. Are you getting that? This is the beauty. The teacher, the wise man knows something about you which you don't know about yourself. Where from the confidence comes? Even though the student is miserable, crying, helpless, unhappy, feels bound, rejected, desperate, despondent, and here this teacher is all confidence and all smiles. Like in Bhagavad Gita, you shall see the same thing. Arjuna is fully down and out. He throws his Gandivam, he throws his bow and arrow, says, I am not going to fight. Nayotsye, I am not fighting. Uktva tushnim babhuva, threw that bow and arrow and kept quiet. And when he is so miserable, Krishna is starting the Prahasanniva Bharata with a huge smile in his face. Arjuna is embodiment of disappointment, desperation, frustration. Krishna is embodiment of confidence and joy and laughter. With a huge smile he starts. Does it mean these teachers are all sadistic teachers? More unhappy the student is, happier the teacher is. It's not that way. Because now Krishna smiles so that ultimately he can hand over the same smile to Arjuna. The student doesn't know something about himself. Even though he is free, he is the happiness, he is absolute. The student doesn't know because of the ignorance. That is why the teacher addresses him. Hey Paramatman, Tava, because of the Ajnana Yogat Bandha, because of the ignorance of yourself, you are the Paramatma, absolute, all-pervasive, imperishable, deathless, absolute bliss. Not knowing about yourself, bandha, tatayeva sansruti. Not knowing about yourself, you feel the bondage and therefore you transmigrate. Not only in this life, from childhood to youth to old age, but also lives after lives. In this life, moods after moods, changes of different kind affect you. So if you do this viveka between Atma and Anatma, who this I is and what it is not, the fire that comes out of this discrimination shall burn the ignorance and all your misery. When the student has thus heard this, so he says, Sruya Krupaya Sruyatam Swamin, O Lord, O teacher, O revered one, Sruyatam, please listen to me. Prashnoyam kriyate maya, I am asking you this question. Yaduttara maham srutva, having listened to the answer of which, Krutarthasyam bhavan anugrahat, bhavan mukhat. Bhavan mukhat srutva, by listening to the answers of which from you, I shall be Krutartha, I shall be fulfilled and I shall be free from every type of anxiety. Just the student asked this, please, I am asking you this question. Now this is, when the student asks this question, because he has now confidence in the teacher, that he can answer my question. He says, I shall be free. When? Now. Like many people before you have understood this truth, lived through this life happily and moved on. You too shall continue to be that. So he is not promising you something hereafter. That is where comes the beauty of this knowledge. Right here and now. That is why the question that you ask now, that how is it possible? As even there are, in many different subjects in the world, there are errors possible. Like science at one time said, light travels in straight line. Now they say it travels in waves. Sometimes people are believing that the sun is steady, sun is moving, earth is steady. Now they found out it is not true. So many different types of ideas have changed. What about certain errors existing about myself? They may be talking these things that I am infinity. It may be error. No. You see it by questioning. You look at your own identity from all different dimensions, from all sides. Then you appreciate yourself, who you are. There is no question of that. Is why knowledge, please understand, that is why knowledge, very strongly defined. You know what is that? Jnanam is sansaya viparyaya rahita jnanam. That we shall call as the knowledge, which must be free from doubt and error. It should be free from doubt, free from error. Okay, very strong. That knowledge we call knowledge, which should not be erroneous and must be doubt-free. Listen carefully. Because most of the time, it may so happen, you may have no doubt, but it is erroneous. There can be mistake. Twinkle, twinkle, little star. No doubt. Erroneous. The child has no doubt. Twinkle, twinkle, little star. Earth is flat. No doubt. But erroneous. It's a mistake. Sun is steady. Sun is moving. Earth is steady. Doubt-free. Erroneous. Sky is blue. Sky has no color. Doubt-free. Erroneous. So that is not knowledge. What you have, if it is subject to change and verification, then it is not knowledge. How old are you? 45. Look at your passport, your date of birth, you are 47. So if it is subject to change and verification, it is not knowledge. It's a falsehood. Are you getting that? Same thing. about yourself. Who are you? Many people have doubt-free knowledge. I am the body, dehoham, I am the body. Doubt-free, but erroneous. Why? Sometimes you say, I am hungry. Body is not hungry. If body is hungry, dead bodies will be hungry. The bodies that are floating in formaldehyde in the medical colleges, they should be also fed. Because body is hungry. Body is not hungry. Sometimes I am mind, I am thinking. Body is not thinking. The same body is lying down, there is no thought. So who am I? Am I the body? Am I the hunger? Am I the prana? Am I the thought? So many doubts are created now. So what happens? You see, the beauty of the Upanishads is, what you consider doubt-free, he creates a doubt in that. What you consider error-free, he creates an error in that. And then gives you a knowledge which is doubt-free, error-free. That is why it is so beautiful. It's so beautiful. In your doubt-free knowledge, he creates a doubt. What you think is free from error, he helps you discover an error. The I cannot have all these meanings, we shall see that. That is why there is no error in this knowledge. It is totally error-free. Who I am, about that, when you receive the absolute knowledge, about that, there is no more any doubt about who you are. No more there is any error, because it will no more subject to change on verification. You are the absolute changeless existence. So this must be seen. Just while coming to this, our class today, as I was passing, I saw a man who is painting that new house there. Now slowly the house is emerging nicely, like every other house. The people who have built these houses, imagine, this house is nothing. They are all ordinary house. Imagine the people who have built the palaces, castles. Have they ever remained in a castle? The people who build different roads, do they ever drive on the road? Just imagine. It is pathetic, no? The person builds such a lovely house, but lives in a hut-tent. Same thing will happen if you only speak nice Vedanta, but live in the poverty of your ignorance. Are you getting that? When you speak, it must be from your heart. Are you getting that? You must see it clearly. Then only life is beautiful. Or else you will be like a mason who builds beautiful structures, but himself is in a small hut-tent. You entertain people with wonderful discourses, but yourself always miserable, jealousy, stupid, full of jealousy, stupidity, arrogance. No. Must see it for yourself. And then it will be helpful for others. So when the student does ask this question, because he must be, puzzled. What is this? This teacher is addressing me, Paramatmanastava, you are Paramatma, because of your ignorance you are suffering. What is he talking? Because a person who doesn't know anything, totally under this spell of ignorance, he comes and says, I don't know how to get out of this samsara. And you tell him, oh Paramatma, oh you are the absolute, because of your ignorance, this bondage, and because of this bondage you are suffering. Now if you can discriminate between Atma and Atma, the fire of knowledge that will burn will destroy your ignorance and you are blissful. What is the language he is talking? It's like a person who has never eaten a handful of rice at a time. You are talking to him about the royal banquet. The person who is every moment afraid of death, frightened by everything in life, you are talking to him the language of immortality absolute. Naturally says, Swami in Krupaya Suryatam, please kindly listen to my question. Give the answer to it. Listening to it, answer from you, I shall be Kuthartha. I shall be fulfilled in my life. And what is the question? Get it by heart. Because sometimes I'll ask you the question. Because when I ask the question, this is beautiful Shankara asks, because the question itself deals with the complete subject that is yet to come. And one after another he will deal with you, deal with the questions. Ko nama bandha kathamesa agata. You say, oh teacher, you said, He Paramatman, Agyana Yogat Paramatmanastava Ayam Vandaha. Because of your ignorance, this bondage has come. What is this bondage you are talking about? Konama Bandha. What is Bandha? What is bondage? What is the samsara? I am completely stuck on this. What is the bandha? What is this bondage? And kathames agata, how did it come? How did I find myself bound to this body or this creation or this mind? How did I find? Kathames agata. Katham pratisthasya. How did it come about? And then how does it continue to exist? How does it thrive? How does it continue to exist? And katham vimoksha. How to get out of it? Beautiful question. Ko asau anatma. You say, Atman, you are the Atma, and because of the ignorance you are identifying with Anatma. You are the Self, the Absolute. Not knowing about yourself, you are identifying with the Anatma, the not Self. Okay, what is this Anatma? Ko asau Anatma, what is the Anatma, not Self? Paramaka Atma, and what is that Paramatma you are talking about? Which is free from everything. Paramaka Atma. Tayor Viveka. And you said, if I do the Viveka, ignorance, if I do the discrimination between self and not self, what is I and what is not the I, if I do this Viveka, Viveka Udita Vanni, there shall be the fire of knowledge. It will burn down everything. So what is this Viveka you are talking about, discrimination you are talking about? Kathame taduchyatam. Please tell me. Now the student, the teacher is mightily pleased. Here the student is really smart. One line he told, 2-3 verses he gave, and he completely gleaned, collected all the bright ideas and has put in one idea. In one verse he has put. What is the question? Konama bandha. What is the bondage? Kathame sagata. How did it come about? Katham pratisthasya. Katham vimoksha. How does it continue? How to get out of it? Ko asau anatma. Paramaka atma. What is the I? What is the not I? What is the self? What is the not self? Who I am and what is that I am not? And what is the viveka? Uchyatam. Tayor viveka. Kathameda uchyatam. How to do the discrimination between the self and not self? Please tell. His question is complete. Now the teacher answers. And how the teacher answers? Long before he goes into answering mode, now he is in a praise mode. He is praising, appreciating the student. Read. Guru Ruvacha Dhanyosi Krutakrityosi Pavitam te kulam taya Adavidya muktya Brahmi bhavitumicchasi Dhanyosi Krutakrityosi Pavitam te kulam taya tvaya Yadavidya muktya Brahmi bhavitumicchasi. Now the Guru, the teacher, so highly appreciative of an intelligent student, the tradition says, when the right student comes to the right teacher, even the gods celebrate in the heaven because this tradition will be kept alive. Because the teacher can be wonderful. In the absence of right type of student, the line will get cut. So when the right student comes to the right teacher, even the gods celebrate. So when such a student comes, the teacher, of course, is absolutely happy. When he sees this, when he listens to the student asking this question so beautifully, what did he say? Dhanyosi krutakrityosi. You are indeed blessed. You are a blessed baby. Blessed child. What a boy, what a student you are. Krutakrityosi. You have done all that is to be done. In fact, pavitam te kulam toya. You have sanctified your whole kulam, entire descendancy, the whole generations. Your father's dynasty, mother's dynasty, the family in which you are born, everybody is sanctified by your coming to this knowledge. And that is the beauty of this tradition. That is why when a person takes a sannyas, the story, that is how the tradition is. When you take a sannyas, it's a 7 generation from mother's side, 7 generation father's side, they get wonderful, enormous reward. That is because this person gets so much punya. Where will it go? I mean, it's just a prasamsa, such a beautiful praise. Whether anybody gets or not, anyway, you are now free. So, kulam pavitram. Pavitam de kulam taya. You have really sanctified your entire generation, the whole family tree. Why? Yat avidya bandha muktya brahmi bhavitum ichhasi. Because now you want to brahmi bhavitum ichhasi. You want to be Brahman, the absolute. Avidya bandha muktya, by getting out of this ignorance and ignorance-born bondage. Not many people strive for it. Not many people are aware of it. First thing is, not many people are aware that they are bound. And even if somebody is aware, not many people can feel that they can go beyond this bondage. Many people take it for granted, this is not for me, and this is not possible in this life, maybe only in the hereafter. The person to be aware, that is why, remember, what are the 3 great things in life? Durlabham trayame vaitate daivanugraha hetukam. What are they? Manushyatvam, mumukshutvam, mahapurusha sansraya. These 3 things are so rare. To be born as a human being. And to be born as a human being, then to be aware that you are bound and therefore must be free. Mumukshu. Then to come across a teacher who can help you to go beyond. By each one of them is a rarity. If in anybody's life, all these 3 things have happened, Daivanugraha yetukam, only by God's grace. Because nowhere else now, as though by no other means is it possible. So, te kulam pavitam te kulam taya. You have completely sanctified your generation because you are not only aware of your sense of bondage, but you want to get out of it. Brahmi bhavitum ichhasi. Therefore, you are indeed blessed. Thus, the person who renounces everything, comes across, come away to recognize this knowledge. Unfortunately, the tradition has become such today, everybody is afraid. Today, you don't get many students for this, understand? Unfortunately, you don't get many students for this. Why is it so? Because most people are worried that if I come to this knowledge, what will happen? I want to enjoy this world. Listen, I want to enjoy this world. How do I want to renounce? Hey, what is your definition of enjoyment? Think. What is your definition of enjoyment? Definition of enjoyment means mindless gathering of sensations. Just listening to music, touching something or somebody, seeing different sight, tasting different food, smelling different perfumes or fragrance. Is it pleasure? Sensation? What is happiness? That much people don't understand. To be happy, you don't have to pay so much price. In fact, to be happy, you don't pay any price. Happiness comes free like sunlight and air. How do you like that statement? Are you getting that? Sensations do not come free. For sensations, you have to pay money. I want only a sable bed sheet, a mink coat, pay. I want only a movie, pay for it. That don't come naturally, you see. Think of it. I want this type of sweet, pay for it. Sugar cane, freely available. But sugar, not available easily. You have to pay for it. Understand? Milk is available, okay, easily. But milk sweet, work for it. For sensations, you have to pay for it. Understand? But for happiness, what should you pay? It comes free. Because it is yourself. Sense of contentment. Listen. The sense of contentment, happiness, fulfillment comes free. Because it is yourself. Do you understand that point? Today our generation is heavily brainwashed. It's all because the so-called education system, which completely brainwashes everybody. It begins with traditions which do not believe in happiness here and now. When education is held like a ransom, is held like a victim in the hands of those people, those who do not believe in happiness here and now. Therefore, living is a struggle. Life is a burden. And since there is no hope, and of course there is no more rebirth, no continuity of life, so you have, this is the only life. After that, you may be in the heaven or hell or somewhere, God knows where. Or you may not exist at all. So make best use of this life. People have become hedonists. What they call in Sanskrit, Charvaka. The Charvaka philosophy is the lowest rung of philosophy in the Upanishadic tradition. In the Upanishadic tradition, every range of philosophy is there. From the hedonist, perverts, to absolutist, to knowledge of the absolute. The whole range is there. You take whichever you like. The entire range of human thought is available here. You will see it in the process. The whole range of thought is available. Now, if the education is in the hands of those people who do not believe in anything beyond the perceived creation, they don't even have the right attitude, right type of analysis of their own thoughts. You can see these people, whether it is a politician, whether it is a fanatic religious people. Each person is so conflict-ridden, completely confused about himself, and they'll naturally become terribly fanatic, and their viewpoints must be imposed upon everybody. Why don't you make it an open forum? Just let everybody think. Throw it. It's just like a marketplace. 100 things are thrown open. There are 100 varieties of bread, 100 varieties of vegetables. Pick up whichever one you like. Provide all the informations on everything. Slowly that is how the world will come to. You don't have to say this religion is good or bad. This thinking is good or bad. The whole range of thought must be available for people. Let them choose which one is right. But when the education is held like within a vice-like grip of those people who have very well organized everything, And the thinking is there is no happiness here and now. Somewhere in the hereafter you shall be happy. Naturally, nobody even questions anything. The person doesn't know that he shall necessarily get into a conflict. He thinks he doesn't need any happiness whatsoever. He equates, as I told you, sensation with happiness. And the whole struggle is towards that. Who wants to come to this knowledge? I want to enjoy life. You want to enjoy life? You want to really enjoy life? Be happy with yourself. Are you getting that point? A person who is unhappy with himself cannot enjoy life. Do you know why? He shall carry his unhappiness wherever he goes. A miserable person, how does he enjoy life? He carries his misery wherever he goes. A happy man enjoys his life. Why? Because his happiness doesn't depend on anything. You go to a place, food is available. What food you want available? Not available. So what? I am happy with myself. Good bed is available? Not available. Good communication available? Not available. I am least interested in that. I have come to see the world. Let me go around the world, see the place and go back. Whether it is best accommodation or not, doesn't matter. If it is available, excellent. Not available, what can I do? If I can afford, fine. Cannot afford, so what? I have seen the world. Why? Because I am happy with myself. But a person is unhappy and his happiness depends upon only air-conditioned room. Only left side landing bed or right side I should be getting down. It should be attached bathroom or this bathroom. If it is this bathroom, it should be this type of, fixtures. Headache, headache, headache. Organizing for your happiness, you are so unhappy. Are you getting that point, please? Organizing for your happiness, you are so miserable. I want to be happy only if these conditions are fulfilled. And they are so difficult conditions to fulfill. And the worst part of it is, by the time you have fulfilled the conditions, your expectations have changed. It is like purchasing cell phone these days. You thought you have got the latest. By the time you have got the latest, another one has come. You thought you have got the latest TV. By the time you finish purchasing it, another set, another range has come. Who shall be the latest? Can you be the latest? Unhappy man continues to be unhappy in the search for his happiness. A happy man continues to be happy in search of what? Whatever comes on the way. Are you getting that point, please? So beautiful. You can organize things according to your choice. Choice is yours. But be happy. But why people are not coming to this knowledge these days? We have so many taboos. Also people have said, if you want to come to this knowledge, you should not be married. Who said that? The rishis are married, not one, sometimes two, sometimes 31. Chavana Rishi had only 31 wives. Now don't blame him for that. You know, the story is, he was sitting in meditation. These are the stories in meditation. And one auntie has come over him. These princesses of a kingdom, they had gone to the forest. And they saw something is bright looking through that. So one day, girl poked it with a knife. Hey, what is that? On the thorn. And put that thorn, it was his eyes. And got, poked. So bleeding started. They started running out of it. When they broke the anthill, thereafter the king discovered that he is sage and very elderly person. Now that he is blind, he said, this girl must marry him. Because she has made him blind. So for him to be alive, keep himself alive, he needs some genuine help. So she should be married to him. So everybody was miserable. Then all the other sisters protested and everybody said, how can you force this girl to marry that man? He is so old. All right, let him come. And if she chooses, let him marry. And this rishi, because of his enormous power, You are such a meditative person, and maybe he has some powers. When he comes like a very handsome young man. When he comes, not one, all the 30 sisters said, we want to marry. So that is how he got married to 31 sisters only. Okay, the stories are. So that is, marriage has nothing to do with your getting this knowledge. But because of this type of apparent restrictions are there, if I come to this knowledge, I should not get married. Hey, no, get this knowledge. Doesn't matter if you are married, do you forget engineering? Then how come you forget yourself if you are married? Something wrong. Are you getting that? If you eat garlic, did you forget your chemistry and mathematics? Forgotten. What happened? I touched garlic, finished. What is this? Certain types of taboos. As the food is responsible for your mistakes in life. No. You are a mistake and you take that food. Are you getting that? If you say vegetarianism is the ultimate, vegetarianism means holy people. What about Hitler? Hitler was a pure vegetarian. Shall we have a barbecue tonight? Because if Hitler is a vegetarian, you are in the bad company, being vegetarian. No. Understanding yourself, please. So the whole approach must change. Anyway, that you want to become Brahman, pavitam de kulam taya, you have really blessed your generation. Why? Because through you, lot of people will come to this knowledge. What a blessing it is to come to this knowledge. Because please appreciate, friends, in every other knowledge, there is a choice. You may be engineer, need not be. Maybe a doctor, need not be. Maybe a lawyer, need not be. But there is no choice in being yourself. So everybody must be himself. After that, what profession you want to choose, you pick up. Are you getting that? Be happy. Be yourself. After that, what do you want to be? Artist, painter, musician, fisherman, horse rider, driver, whatever. Gardener, painter, musician, anything, you choose. But be happy with yourself. Being happy is the universal being. Professions change, roles change. Are you getting that? But as an actor, you are the same. All of us are same. And having seen that oneness, then let us take different roles. Why? Life will be better. If everybody is a hotelier, only a cook, who will eat? Huh? Everybody is a movie people, then who will see? Everybody playing cricket, where is a spectator? Let there be every type of people. You, whatever you can do best, you do. But you be happy with yourself. Very important. So self-knowledge is compulsory course. Are you getting that? Compulsory. Everybody must himself. Okay, having told this, then he says, you know, what a smart boy you are, how blessed you are. Why is it so? Because you have chosen something most amazing. Runamochana kartare pitu santi sutadayah bandhamochana kartatu swasmadanyo na kanchana mastaka nyastabharadehe dukham anyair nivaryate Shudhadi kruta dukkham tu vinasvena nakenachit. You know, these verses, as far as possible, go on reading, understand the meaning, get it by heart. You can, one verse, such beautiful ideas, so beautiful ideas. It maintains your sanity at all time in life. As I told you, like a graffiti, advertisement, billboards, these type of verses must be written around the world. Do you know what he says? Hey, Oh son, oh child, oh disciple, what a great person you are. Why? Runamochana kartara pitussanti sutadaya. Bandhamochana kartatu sasmadanyana kaschana. That you have chosen to be free. Having recognized the bondage, you want to be free. That itself make you exceptionally sensitive, bright person. Why? Because Runamochana kartatu pituh santi sutadaya. Pituhu sutadaya santi. For a father, there are children. Who shall help the father to get out of the debt? The father wanted to bring up the children, send them to college, school, university. Did not have enough money. Borrowed a lot of money from different sources and educated the children. Once the children are educated, they can say, Papa, Daddy, Father, don't worry. You have borrowed a lot of money for our sake. We shall pay off that debt. Runamochana kartaha santi. The father is bound by honor to pay back the loan. Father himself is not capable. Children say, Papa, you need not worry. You did it for us. We shall pay back the loan. Whereas, Vandhamochana karta tu swasmadanyana kaschana. Vandhamochana karta. If there is a sense of bondage in your heart, if you are suffering through a sense of bondage in your mind, nobody else can free you other than yourself. Are you getting that point, please? Nobody can free you other than yourself. If you have got a problem of your mind, listen carefully. You have to resolve it. Somebody can help you to resolve. But ultimately, you must learn to do it. Are you getting that point, please? It is like learning driving. Can you say, you learn driving for my sake, you know? I can't go for that class, you go and finish and come. Can you? So, you said you are going to swimming classes, why have you not gone today? I have sent my brother. If your brother knows swimming for you, when you are drowning, your brother will not swim for you. Are you getting that point, please? If you want to learn swimming, you learn swimming. When you are drowning, you swimming. Now somebody suddenly will give an example. What? Oh, but lifeguards are there, they will protect me, you know. So like that, God is your lifeguard and He will protect you. Have faith in Him only. And who is that Him? My God, not everybody's God. You understand how people make business? Bandhamochana kartadu swasmadanyana kaschana. Your sense of bondage, nobody can take away. You have to do it for yourself. Please understand, friends. Physically, look at this bondage. To example, understand, take this. If I throw a rope at you, can you tie yourself down? Try. I throw a rope at you. Please tie your hands, legs, all from the back. Try it. Can you do? You cannot. Houdini, all these magicians, from the audience, a lot of people will come, they say, tie us down. They'll tie down, they put him on the trunk also, and tie down. And 2 minutes time, this fellow is walking back from the other side of the audience. God knows how they do it. Okay, that is not a magic. Magic is, throw him the rope and say, tie yourself down. Listen, physically, you cannot tie yourself down. Mentally, nobody can tie you down until you succumb. Listen that. Mentally, nobody can tie you down until you cooperate. Don't say, he told me to smoke, what can I do? So you didn't want at all. Huh? You never wanted. Yes, if you are a 4-year-old, 5-year-old, 6-year-old, don't say, you can say, he forced me into that. She forced me into it. He forced me, she forced me. I was a baby, baby in the woods, as they say. I didn't know anything. She only forced me or he only forced me. That is why I picked up the habit. You are 20, 25, 30, 45, 50-year-old and you say, you didn't want it. Somebody forced it on you. Nonsense. Please see that point. Until you wish it, nobody can push it on you. And that is how you get tied down. Okay. Whereas, this is what I am talking about, this bondage which is relative, your habit, whether it is a food or a sound or a taste or a touch. But the original bondage, that is, I consider myself limited, mortal, that nobody pushed into me. It was already existing. Ajnana. Ignorance is already existing. And that ignorance, you have to get it up by yourself. You have to get the knowledge to be free from the ignorance. Somebody can help you in getting the knowledge, but you must get the knowledge. Are you getting that point, please? You can feed the child, but the digestion must be child's. You can be very rich man's son, you get best food, but assimilation must be yours. If you can't digest, you can't assimilate. That food is not going to help you. Same thing. Bandhamochana kartatu swasmadanyana kasyana. Nobody, you cannot say, will you please get freedom for me? Can you say, I am hungry, please go and eat for my sake? Anybody? I am bound, please be free for myself. But most of the theologies depend on that. That somebody has done something for you, therefore you are free. What? Why should somebody make my life miserable for my sake? This is where religious guilt comes. Are you getting that? Religious guilt. Somebody has sacrificed his life or somebody has sacrificed her life for your sake. So you believe in him. First question, did I ask him to sacrifice his life for my sake? Now why are you giving me guilt? Just think. Most of the time, religions are based on guilt. Just like a relationship. The parents can pass on the guilt to children. We did so much for you, we sacrificed everything for you, and now you are neglecting like this. Or a child can say also to the parents, I gave up my job, I married to whom we wanted to marry, and now that I am in this condition, you are not helping me. Each one, you understand, it's like a guilt trip all through. In this self-knowledge, absolute knowledge, there is no passing on the guilt or passing on the responsibility. Everybody is ignorant, everybody must know himself. Everybody. It doesn't matter who you are. Irrespective of caste, creed, sex, race, nationality, faith, no faith, it doesn't make any difference. You must understand yourself as to who you are. Because all your bondage is because of your identity with the relative positions. Like actor identifying the role is bound by the role. Actor by himself is free. Okay? Having said that, so runamochana kartatu sasmadanna kasyana. There is nobody other than you who can free yourself. Same thing, another example he gives. Mastaka nyasta bharade dukkham anyai nivaryate. Mastaka nyasta bhara dukkha. You are carrying a heavy load on your head. Listen, you are carrying a heavy load on your head, and because of which your neck is breaking. Your backbone is paining. You are tired. You ask somebody, please help me. Anyaihi nivaryate. Somebody will come and help you to remove the load from above your head. Whereas, suppose the load is inside your brain, inside your head. If the load is on your head, somebody can take it away. If load is in your head, think. If the load is in your head, what will happen? You have to do it. You have to solve that problem. Are you getting that? When the load is in your head, anger, hatred, jealousy, swasmadanna kasyan, nobody can fix it. He gives another example. Kshudhadi kruta dukkham tu vinasvena nakena chit. Kshudhadi kruta dukkham. When the load is on your head, somebody can remove it. If it is in your head, you have to do it. He gives example again. Kshudhadi kruta dukkham. If you have a hunger, can you send somebody else to eat it? Hey, I am hungry. Please go and eat and come back. Huh? So how do you say, somebody has done everything for you, you believe in him, everything will be fine? What are you talking? It's like telling, my guru was free. So, if I believe in him, you will be free. Huh? My doctor is free from disease. If I believe in him, you will be free. Or if you take the medicine, you will be free. By simply believing, you don't become free. You take the medicine. Same thing. If your thoughts are crazy, you better learn how to think, how to make use of your thoughts. Then only life will be beautiful. Kshidadi krita dukkham tu swena vina swena kena chit. And therefore, O son, when you have decided to be free, you are really wonderful person. Read. Pathyamau sadasevache kriyate yena roginam arogya siddhi drustasya nanyanoshthita karmana pathyamau sadasevache kriyate yena roginam arogya siddhi drustasya nanyanoshthita karmana. See that? Pathyam ausada sevacha kriyate yena rogina. Yena rogina pathyam ausadam kriyate seva kriyate. That diseased person who takes medicine to cure the disease, tena arogya siddhi drushta. By him, we see one who was suffering from the disease and who takes the medicine, he gets cured. We have never seen somebody got the disease, somebody else took the medicine and he got cured. Look at that. Huh? You understand Shankara, what is Shankara's time? Thousands of years back. Even if we estimate, you could say 1200, 7th century, forget BC. Thousand years back, the person has talked this fantastic sense. Today, if a guru comes and says, you need not worry, you just look at my face, you will be liberated. What do you say? And in our educated generation, there are millions of people also to believe in that. We thought our ancestors are uneducated. How many people fall for this type of jokes? Just think. That if you look at this person, very recently I had been to Orissa now. There are two people who came from other states. Because Odisha is not very highly literate state, it is still very, sort of 30, 40% or 60%, 70% educated, doesn't matter. A lot of people are in poverty compared to other states in India. So these people have come under the huge billboards all over. Come and have a darshan of that person, meaning have a look at that person and you will all be cured. And you know how many people are going? Thousands of people. I was telling somebody, why that person should come once in a while here and advertise? Is it necessary? Let him go. In India, suppose there are 20,000 medical centers, let us say. Every medical center he should stand one day. Thousands of diseased people must pass by. He doesn't have to advertise. He doesn't have to sit down in a high throne. Nothing need to be organized. He can just sit down in one place. Or as he passes, everybody looks at him, he get cured. All hospitals should close down. Everything should close down because everybody has seen him. But if you say like this, what people say? You are a non-believer. What is the logic? What is the logic? Another person says, husband and wife team now. It's a team. Everybody must come and have a look at them. They are also free. What? That is why Krishna taught Arjuna. If looking at Krishna, everybody will be free, then Krishna's time nobody need to be taught. Why Bhagavan Krishna taught him 17, 18 chapters? Rama's time everybody should be free. Why Rama went to Vasishtha? Why Krishna went to Sandipani, the Guru? To establish a tradition. That this is something you must see for yourself, do for yourself. Nobody else can do for you. A teacher only facilitates. Teacher is a facilitator. Teacher doesn't give you anything. That is why no teacher must promise. You cannot give happiness to anybody because he is already the happiness. And by chance you give happiness, you shall be the cause of unhappiness. Why? You can withdraw. If I give it to you, I can take it away from you. Are you getting that point? Suppose my company gives you happiness, my physical company gives you happiness, I can take the hell out of your life. Why? I will not be available when you want me. Whereas giving the happiness, I have helped you to understand yourself. Even if I am not there, it doesn't make a difference to you. Why? You are happy with yourself. When will people understand this? Runamochana Ishvara Ishvara. Arogyasi. So one who is diseased, he takes the medicine, he is cured. For the diseased man's cure, somebody else doesn't take medicine. You better do it for yourself. Somebody helps you out. That's fine. Okay. Having told this, then we shall see more of it tomorrow. He says, beautiful language. Just read it, we shall see tomorrow. Vastu swarupam sphutabodha chakshusha svenaiva vidyam natu panditena chandraswarupam nija chakshusaiva Gyantavyamanyat avagamyate kim Vastu swarupam sphutabodha chakshusha Svenaiva vidyam natu panditena Chandraswarupam nija chakshusaiva Jnatavyamanyat avagamyate kim. He says, you must see, and you have decided to come and get this knowledge. You are a great child, a great student. Why is it so? With Vastu Swarupam, just see the simple meaning, we shall see tomorrow. Vastu Swarupam Nijabodha Chakshusha. You should see the truth of yourself by your own eye of wisdom. That is, you should see it by yourself. Like Chandra Swarupam. A beautiful moon is rising. And I say, hey, come on, see this beautiful moon rise. Swamiji, you see, na, that's enough. We shall see through your eyes. Can you? Huh? Come on, get this knowledge. Be free with yourself. My Guru is free. I don't need to. Are you nuts? Krishna is God enlightened. That did not make Arjuna enlightened. Until Arjuna understood. Neither Krishna said, you need not do anything, I will touch your bottom with my conch. And the Kundalini will go in the bullet train speed. And you are devastated. You don't have to waste 17 chapters of Gita. Whoosh, fight. Really? Ishvara, Ishvara. What a tradition. And how it has been destroyed. Guru is necessary, not necessary. What all controversy. Why are you afraid of this Guru? It's such a harmless beauty. The tradition. If somebody doesn't know, that's a different thing altogether. You are aware of yourself, you help the other person to appreciate it as it is. And that, now the Guru says, you are interested in this knowledge, makes you an amazingly gifted person. You are indeed blessed to come to this knowledge. Okay? Close your eyes.